Hi viewers, so I'm back. I'm sorry I haven't been putting out any videos lately, but I got a bad case of pneumonia and I spent about a week in the hospital. So we're kind of far way behind, so I have my brother. He's going to help me out because this is unfortunately very tiring for me to do pretty much anything. So I have my bare root that came in from Zero Fox Tree Crops in BC. Now I paid a decent price for them. They're a fair price, and they shipped them to me pretty quickly. Now they've been sitting in the fridge for probably about 2 weeks because I got zapped with this flu, pneumonia, bacterial infection thing. So we're gonna take these open. We're gonna cut them open and see what we got. We have we should have 3 gumi. We have 3 quince and 3 American persimmon. And like I said, my brother's gonna give me a hand planting them up so that we can get them stored out into the back, and then we'll have them ready for spring. So let's take a look. All right, so let's cut this baby open and see what we got. Try not to score your trees while you're opening it up. We'll just kind of, let's just skip to let's do some Hollywood magic here and just skip a little forward. Okay, so here's what they look like. Bare root. I kind of will twist it up here a little bit, but they shipped it in some, looks like some dirt and some shavings with just some moisture. And they sent this little stick in here too, just to keep it straight, which is a good idea. So I got my 3 quince here, and I got my gumi and my persimmon. These are American persimmon. They're quite tiny actually, so I'm sure they're going to be slow growers. So what we're going to do now is we're going to mix up some dirt. I was able to get some Nature's Blend from Green Horizon and some perlite. So we're going to use a double handful of perlite in each pot, and we're going to mix it in pretty good, and my brother's going to give me a hand with that. So let's fill up some pots about halfway, and then we'll stick these in there and fill them up. Hey, you get one of those little rakey doodahs? Hand rakes? Not on there. Okay, so we're just going to mix this up a little bit here, and then we're going to add some more dirt and mix it in a little bit more. This is just to help with the drainage. So that's all that's for. If we need a little bit more perlite, we will. It'll just really help with the drainage because this dirt compacts pretty good. That's it, fill them up, and then we'll plant them. We'll get we're gonna get the persimmons in here.
How high do you want these?
Right up to that little ridge line there. All right, pretty simple stuff here. You just move a little bit of, you can see we got the perlite all mixed up in there a little bit. Doesn't need a lot, but there's enough in there to help with the drainage. And we're gonna clear out a little spot in here. And we're going to grab our, I believe these are American persimmon here. These are our persimmons. So we'll unwrap these a bit, get them untangled. And then, as you can see, they obviously grown quite small here. But gently pull the roots apart so you don't wreck them. And we'll grab them here. And you're just going to want to put it down as deep as you can without disturbing the roots as best as you can. So I'm gonna put it down in there a little deeper. Oops. Okay. So we're gonna get it down in there, and we're gonna bring it up to right to the root spot. So looks like we might need a little bit more dirt to cover this up a little bit. And we'll just take some out of the other pot, but you can see the roots kind of come up to about here. So I'm definitely going to want to fill this up a little bit more. So let's do that. Oh my God, I couldn't do this if it wasn't for my brother helping me out here. It's just too heavy. It just tires me right out. I'm just going to do this first one here, and I'm going to let my brother take over. And then that's about it right there. So I think I'm going to add a little bit more because I want to make sure that it's above the root systems, and it's going to have a good little start. And that's, to me, I think that's pretty good. Pack it down a little bit. You always want to pack it down a little. This dirt is actually quite damp and moist. So that's our first American persimmon. Now I'm just using the big pots because they are probably going to stay in the pot for at least the season, maybe 2. So that's what we're going to do with that. So let's move on. Let's get the rest of those American persimmon in the pots, and we'll move on to the gumi. Okay, so a little bigger pot than this one here because the quints are a little bit larger. The root balls are a little bit different. You can see they're a little straggly. You want to try and untangle them as best you can because you don't want them, you know, cutting themselves off when they're growing. So yeah, we'll just spread them out nice and gently and get them in there like so, and get the dirt around there. This is all basic, you know, planting 101. So basically that's it. We'll grab a little extra dirt here and bring it up. Now these are probably from seed because they're definitely not they're definitely not grafted. These are all from seed. So yeah, we'll just pack that down a little bit. Make sure she's tight because you don't want it too loose. Otherwise, you can have some problems with the roots. Now, it seems to be pretty good. And I'll get my brother to lift that out of here for me. And we'll get on to the other 2 quints. Last but not least, the gumi berry. Now, these are just small. These are just small little root balls, bare roots. But yeah, they look pretty healthy so far. Gumi, I just learned about gumi, and it seems that it's a pretty decent berry to have, and they're supposed to be pretty darn tasty. So I had to get them, and that leaves probably about, I don't know, only 100 more plants that I want to get for my food forest, like the chi tree or the mandarin melon. That's a tasty looking tree there, that is. So I can't wait to hopefully find some of that. But we're going to get this all planted up here, get the rest of the gumis in, and then we're going to mark each one. There we go. And we're going to mark each one. I have a special marker upstairs that I'm going to grab before we place them out there. Again, thanks Trav for helping me out here, because man, I couldn't do any of this lifting. This is crazy tough. Some of that on top of there. No point in wasting some of this mulch. So, but yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit more here, I think. Again, I added a bunch of perlite to this, probably more than I thought I would. I had at least, I don't know, a quarter of a bag, anyways, to help with the drainage. So we're gonna get the last gumi up in there, and we're gonna get my magic marker, and we're gonna be labeling each one of these, and we'll get them set out at the greenhouse where they'll be ready for watering. So let's get out there and I'll show you the placement.